I'm going to interview this student here.
Hi.
What is your name?
I'm Natasha.
Natasha. And you're a student where?
Western Washington University.
Right. And she interviewed Mark Sargent.
Yes, I did.
She's interviewing about the community. And I said to her, but what if someone put a gun to your head, flat or globe? And she said globe. And I said, do you want to go live on TikTok? And she agreed. So I'm trying to get somebody to hold the camera so we can both be on camera. So I said to you, gun to your head, flat or globe. So there must be a reason.
Yes. I guess, well, I've been kind of thinking about why do I believe that? And because I'm an English major. And so all sciencey stuff kind of goes in one ear out the other. But I think, I don't know. I mean, I'm at a university, and so faith in institutions and faith.
So it's a religious belief.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
So you totally admit that it's a religious belief.
Absolutely.
That's why you believe the earth is a globe.
Yeah.
If you believe in something, you have to have some proof of it. Otherwise, it's just a pure faith-based religion.
Yeah.
So are we done? It's a faith-based religion?
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody. That's all we have.
Yeah. But I'm interested because you probably don't get that response a lot.
Let me ask you, well, that's an intellectually honest response, but it's also a little a word that I'm not allowed to say on TikTok. So if the earth is, all balls have curvature.
Right.
So if the earth is a globe, it has a required amount of curvature over a certain amount of distance.
Yes.
So do you know how much curvature there is in 3 miles?
Nope.
Okay, it's 6 feet.
Okay.
And in 10 miles, it's 66 feet. So if you were standing at the edge of perfectly calm water, you can only see the surface of the water about 3 miles because then it'll be below the curve.
Right.
So if something's below the curve, you can't see it, right?
Yeah.
You and I are outside and I duck behind a hill. Can you see me?
No.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I'm blocked by a physical curve, just like the earth.
Yeah.
But we can see things that are far beyond the physical limits of a globe. How would you reconcile that in your religion?
I don't know. I would ask a scientist.
So a scientist, that's deferring to authority fallacy. So somebody that read a book, memorized what was in that book and regurgitated it, so you trust them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just.
What's the chat saying? What's the chat saying?
I'm just all excited.
All right.
That's good.
Telling everybody to join.
All right. So I have to be able to get through to you because you're the future of America.
Yeah.
All right. You're the future of the world. Yeah. You can't just go through life believing in things that are fake. You can, but that's not good for the world. Yeah. You want to make a difference in the world? It matters. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you believe in God? It's a good question, right? When I was your age, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't grow up religious.
What if you actually took the time and looked at the earth and realized it is flat, which means it's intelligently designed, which means that you don't have to believe in anything. You have to understand that there is someone that created it because it can't just create itself. Yeah. So wouldn't that be important to know?
It would. Yeah.
But you're at a point in your life that you just want to get an A?
No, of course. That's why I'm here. I want to, I'm here for you to tell me all these things.
Well, I don't want to, I want you to think.
Right.
Like when you said, the first thing you said is, I'm not a scientist. Yeah. Right? Well, what is a scientist? A scientist is someone that uses their God-given common sense, critical thinking, and applies it to their life, right? Yeah. Right? Can you walk through that post?
No.
Okay. Well, you're not a scientist. How do you know? Go try.
Well, that's the Zeteticism, right? So is that so that comes.
Well, let's not talk about where we see too far. So we can see, and you make sure you come to my presentation tomorrow because I have some stuff there. Yeah. We can see far, far, far beyond the limitations of a globe. Yeah. Right. Now, on a flat Earth, the horizon would just be optical, where the sky and the ground come together. But on a globe Earth, it's a physical curve. Yeah. But since we can see so far beyond it, and some of the measurements we have would say the Earth is 1,000 times bigger than they tell us. Well, if it's 1,000 times bigger, maybe there's thousands of continents. Isn't that important to know?
Yeah, of course.
Right? But it's not 1,000 times bigger as far because it's not a globe. There is no curvature over any amount of distance. Why do you still believe? Why are you holding on to that? Is it because that's what you were brought up with?
I think so. I guess I'm trying to not hold on to it while I'm here. And so I guess that's I'm trying to just be a blank slate. And so I want to be honest about what I've grown up with and what I what I'm conditioned to know.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
No.
Did you used to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your parents told you that there was a Santa Claus, and then you grew up and you found out it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Do you wish you still believed in Santa Claus? Probably, right?
It would be
Bad
cool.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to live in a fake world, or you want to live in a world where you really understand reality?
Is there a way to really understand reality?
There is. We get closer to it. We're not on a ball. Here's the thing. The government, govern is to control, ment is the mind. So the mind control, they make laws, right, with a big L, that you have to abide by, but they're not God's laws. God is nature, and there's only natural law. But if you believe you live on their ball, you have to play by their ball field rules. Do you want to play by their rules? Do you want to give away half your money, when you make your money? Do you want to not know that you're at the center of creation? Do you not want to live to your fullest potential? Because your mind can create the reality that you want, but they don't want you to know that.
Yeah. Well, but if my mind can create the reality that I want, then how do I know that it's like the truth?
Well,
Isn't it just my truth?
you can create what I mean by that is a lot of people, the way that they think dictates what happens to them in their lives.
Yeah.
If you're a negative person, you attract negative people.
Right.
And if you're a positive person, you attract positive people. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
Attention goes where thoughts flow, or whatever that saying is. Is that right? Attention flows where thoughts go, or where energy flows where attention goes. Either way, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when I first learned about flat Earth, first I ridiculed it, then I wouldn't look at it, and then I looked at it and I was like, okay, well, boats over the horizon. That's taking out of seasons. That actually proves flat Earth. Sunsets. I'm like, that makes perfect sense on a flat Earth, and all of the stuff. And then I said, well, what difference does it make? I still have to go to work on Monday, right?
Yeah,
what difference does it make? I still have to go to school.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference in the world, because I actually don't have to go to work on Monday. Although I work every day, all day and all night, but I do what I love. So the saying, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
So maybe in school, you take math classes. You have to by requirement, right?
Not anymore.
You did them already, though.
High school.
You did algebra. You did geometry. You did calculus. You didn't do you didn't get to calculus.
No,
right?
I did stats.
You got statistics and accounting.
I never did that.
So you never did it.
Yeah.
But the math that they teach you in school is slave math. It's to make you to be able to go work for a government, work for a corporation.
Okay, yes.
Right? But you've never even heard of sacred geometry, have you? You might have heard it.
Yeah, no, but
right?
no, yeah.
Vortex mathematics. Ever hear about that?
Not at all.
If you knew about those things, it would change the way you see the world.
Yeah.
But they hide that information from you. Right? You believe in global warming?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all another complete and total hoax. Do you believe in overpopulation?
Not really.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least you're awake to that. The population they give us on the Earth it's less than half of what they're saying, or less. I think it's closer to 2 to 3 billion, maybe less.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that you think that there could be more people. It's
no.
Think that there
First,
are
you ever fly across the United States?
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, I know. My flight here was
and they're
crazy.
lying about the numbers. Like if you take the top 50 cities in China, and you look at their population, it's like not even it's like 900 million people or 1 billion people, but they say there's 3-point-something billion in China.
Yeah.
So there's 2 billion people living in the little suburbs.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's an impossibility. Mojo, how you doing? Good. So going back to flat or globe, I have $1 million you can win if you guess the right one, and we know the truth, right? So now, with what I'm talking about, you got your religion on the side. Someone's offering you. I'm not offering you $1 million.
Yeah, okay,
but if someone's offering you $1 million, if you get it right and the truth is in the envelope, they actually have the actual truth. What would you pick?
Well,
what would you pick? You want to win the $1 million? Pick the one that's real.
Well, who's offering it to me?
Well, let's say the government, not me. Let's say somebody that absolutely God's here. God shows
here?
up,
okay.
or somebody that absolutely has the undeniable truth about the world. What would you pick?
I just don't know if I can go for undeniable truth.
So what is the question is, what is your evidence of the globe? You have to have some evidence. JT, join this conversation, okay? You have to have, so this is a lovely student, Mark, that she interviewed Mark Sargent about the community. Hi. This is JT over here, right? JT, run Boston Bear, right?
Good, how are you?
And Joe Hanvey.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Natasha.
Right. Yeah. So she interviewed Mark. She's talking about the community. She's a student, and I said, gun to your head, flat or globe. And she's like, globe. And I asked her, and she's right out, very honest. I said, what's the reason? And she basically said it's just a it's just a belief that with no evidence, and she doesn't care. So.
Well, I mean, I guess the first fundamental question is, does truth matter?
Does truth matter here? Hold on, when you talk.
Does truth matter?
The truth in all things, does it matter or not?
Yeah, if there is an absolute truth.
Pretty important. I mean, it's not a gotcha. I'm not trying to trick you.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I because what I've been talking about in regards to this a lot is like, how do we create truth? How do we know things to be true? And is there even a way? And so it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't know if right now I feel like there's a way for me to say, yes, I know something to be true.
Well, there's different aspects of truth, right? Because you can have your truth about something, or I can have mine and like hold on to it and it not be like harmful in any way. Because you have a right as an individual to pursue life and happiness and joy, and you might not want to do this or that. But I guess when I ask, does truth matter? I mean like the truth on the subject that it can be found out about. Like if we don't live on a spinning planet orbiting the sun, if that's a story that man made up because that's their understanding, and then somebody said, would you like me to share with you maybe what it could be?
Yeah.
And it's a different truth than what we were told when we were like tiny kids, because that's what got me into it. I do believe there's a creator. I think all this is too fantastic and beautiful and precise and amazing for there not to be a creator. And I have my specific view on who that creator is, and I'm not here to argue with people religiously, but if there's a creator, and this is how I got my wife to even let me look into what is the truth, because she's a physician and she was in the Air Force, and a lot of the stuff has to do with like, yes sir, and to the authority, and don't get out of line. I said, if this loving, powerful creator made something artistically, infinitely in his power that wasn't this idea, if it was stable, fixed, enclosed in a firmament, or hermetically sealed, or something different, I want to know what that is, to honor him. And so that's what began the journey for me 3.5 years ago. And then I hid behind a screen name like Run Boston Bear. This was for me to be online and say, questions, what is this? What are you guys talking about? I was so confused. Never knew my face would be coming out. I have a YouTube channel. Never knew I'd be public and even like professing that it matters to seek truth. But now I realize that it's more foolish to hide and be nervous than to be bold and show your face and show who you are and your intentions. Because I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I mean, once you look into the sciences, like interferometry is like using lasers to detect motion. Well, there's a lot of things to tell if we're moving at the speeds they say, because it should be 30 kilometers a second around the sun.
30 kilometers a second.
It's
you can't
really
even
fast.
fathom that.
Not at all.
You can't fathom it.
Yeah. I mean, we could go deeper into it, but I say the best thing you can possibly do is hold on to the belief that we're on a globe, and heliocentrism, or the whole thing we were taught as children about the planets and space, and hold on to that as being a possibility, because it's a theory to this day, as being truth. But then maybe listen to what some of these other folks are saying, like, you know, stationary, flat, immovable. Because to me, the earth is moving when there's a landslide or an earthquake. That's why people are like, there's an earthquake. Because like now, like which way are we going? And which way are we spinning? And it can be pretty like debated. Oh, it's so slow that you're not going to be able to feel it and this and that. But my original question, like, it's okay to ask. And then in the medical, like there's a medical, there's a historical, there's multiple veins where asking the question, what's really going on here and what's the truth, will help you grow as a person. But thanks for letting me share a little.
Thank you.
What was your name?
I'm Natasha.
Natasha,
Sorry,
I'm JT.
I'm holding a bunch of things.
JT's my name.
So, I just want to tell you my story real quick. I was, you know, since a little kid questioning things, but I had a conspiracy podcast called Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, and I was questioning everything, and then when Flat Earth came up, I kind of just like, that's just a step too far. And then I was forced to look, and I went in not with an open mind, with a closed mind, just to disprove it, and that didn't work. And here I am, Flat Earth Dave. But back then, I'd be listening to podcasts and taking pages of notes. This is great, 9/11, bam, 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 writing down all the notes, and then they go, let's pray, or open up a Bible passage. I'm like, these are religious fanatics. Tear up the notes, unsubscribe, never listen to them again. And then when I discovered that the earth is intelligently designed, it takes away any doubt. There's even a quote in the Bible, and the Bible quotes don't matter if you're not a Bible believer, but it says, once you see my creation, basically paraphrasing, you can no longer deny my existence. And that's what the government, the mind control, doesn't want you in a situation where you can deny creation. Because once you realize that there is a creator, then you can't, then there you become uncontrollable.
Yeah.
And they want to control you. They're doing a good job because you don't care. You say you don't care. But I love his question, does truth matter?
I guess yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so
of course, in a sense, but I guess like
I
don't know if
does truth matter more than what people think of you?
Than what people
what people's opinions of you? Because remember, everyone has an opinion and they also have a butthole. Okay? So what somebody thinks of you versus truth. You had to pick one or the other. You care about truth or you care about what people think about you?
But I guess the way I'm thinking about like truth as we're talking about it in like multiplicity of beliefs is like, is what people think of me not their truth also? Is that not also a form of truth?
Well, the truth is truth, and truth is everyone's truth, whether people want to face it or not. Like we're here, we all know we don't live on a ball. And you don't, that's okay. It's just, we're all flat earthers, it's just whether you know it or not, okay?
Right.
And so, the answer I was looking for is, other people's opinions don't matter as long as you're authentic.
Yeah.
And by you saying, I think the earth is a globe because of religious reasons, I see the proof of flat earth, do you see an issue with that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you see an issue with it.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, any final words?
Not really, thank you.
All right,
this is awesome.
Thanks, fine. I'm gonna take your thing back.
Go for
Angel, come over here. So Angels of Light is not upside down.
No.
He's here from Australia.
Hello.
Taller than I thought. I thought he was a midget, to be honest. Am I allowed to say the M word on TikTok?
That one's no sensitive.
How was your night here at the International Tooth Festival? You slept in the RV?
Yeah, I slept well, actually. So I slept well. It's fun. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Did you hear what we were saying over here?
Yeah, a little bit. I caught the tail end of that, yeah.
She thinks the earth is a globe, but doesn't have any proof, and she agrees that it's a religious belief.
Well,
what do you do with
that?
that?
That's honest. That's honest.
Yeah, that's what I said. At least it's honest.
I mean, at that point, you just show evidence. Airplane straight level flight proves it's flat. The horizon proves it's flat. Abyssal planes proves it's flat. The whole Earth is just flat, right? Everything is a flat Earth evidence because there is no globe.
All right. Awesome.